திரு ராமச்சந்திரன், தமிழ்நாடு தொழில்துறை அமைச்சர் ராமச்சந்திரன் அவர்களே, he is the senior than me also that way. 9 times MLA, and I have been hearing his name right from my younger days. இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியில் கலந்து கொள்வதில் பெரும் மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறேன். I feel really happy to be here. This is really a beautiful morning and also a dutiful morning. Beauty and duty, both are combined, then it will become mighty. This is what is required for the country. You people have done a great job in your own sphere of activity and really added to the name and fame of our motherland, India. My dear brothers and sisters, I feel it's a privilege and pleasure to be here in this function, to participate and to present Export Excellence Awards to the exporting units operating under EOU and SEZ schemes. As you are all aware, a very famous ancient Tamil poetess by the name Avayar lived in the 10th century. She wrote a book titled Konrai Vendran. In her book she says, Thirai Kadal Udiyam Thirevayam Tedu, meaning earn wealth even by crossing the seas. So some youngsters, and I go to universities, colleges, IITs, IIITs, business forums, some youngsters express a desire to go out. I said, go, then earn and return. Return to serve your motherland. You earn and return something to the society, to your place, to your country. That should be our motto. Undoubtedly, the message contained in the book is relevant for all times. Today, we have business dealings with many countries, and exports play a huge role in earning crucial foreign exchange and strengthening our economy. Therefore, you exporters are playing a critical role in nation building, and I congratulate and compliment each one of you and your company for really making a great story of exports. Let me first congratulate the award winners for their contribution in promoting exports and providing employment, which is equally important. Thanks to the endeavors and hard work of the exporters, the country's exports have grown manifold in recent years. There was a record achievement of $418 billion of merchandise exports in the just concluded 2021-22 financial year. Service exports were about $250 billion. Together, they make about $670 billion, a remarkable achievement in spite of pandemic. Not in ordinary terms. This trend should continue. And I am sure that exporters will increase in their production and then make more exports in the coming months to bring in more precious foreign exchange to the country. As you are all aware, foreign exchange inflow is very essential for any country to have a strong economy. This foreign exchange inflow is mostly achieved by exports. If exports get reduced, the foreign exchange reserves will shrink and might eventually affect the country's economy. Hence, we need to explore newer markets to increase our exports and keep our economy flying high. Ministry of Commerce and Industry is taking all steps. The senior minister, Sri Piyush Goyal, and the young and dynamic minister, Srimati Anupriya Singh Patel, they are working very hard, trying to find new avenues. The friendly policies of the government really helps. So the government and the exporters, they must have frequent interaction to understand. It's not only to appreciate, to understand the problems, if any. The Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Bhai Modi, he gave a 3-line mantra. He said, reform, perform, and transform. Transformation of the nation. Transformation of the system. All obstacles in the way of exports should be removed by the government from time to time. The world is open. The opportunities are many, but at the same time there are challenges also. So the government must be alive to the problems and challenges faced by the exporters and industry, try to understand and try to address them. There should not be any delay on account of indecision, inaction, at any level by anybody. This is the need of the hour. The ambitious project of District Export Hub announced by the Government of India in 2019 is expected to boost exports. Most of the 75 districts across the country are having potential of becoming export hub. I am told that geographical indication products are being given a fillip in this endeavor. Similarly, one district, one product. Another initiative of the Government of India is seen a transformational step to realize the true potential of every district. At least one. Need not be one only. This will really accelerate economic growth, generate more employment with the rural entrepreneurship, and take us to the goal of Atmanirbhara Bharat. Our goal is to have Atmanirbhara Bharat, self-reliant India. We would like to move in that direction. Ultimately, we want to see the economic disparities are reduced, the poverty is totally eradicated, the illiteracy is tackled fully, and people are able to live comfortably. And secondly, most importantly, live happily. The restrictions, the regulations should not become strangulation. Regulation is required, but it should not be allowed to become a strangulation. This has to be kept in mind. The Prime Minister always thinks in that direction and always comes out with new innovative ideas. Ably assisted by his minister, the Government of India, I can say, is doing a wonderful job. But as I told you, as the world is totally opened up, there is competition from different countries. From time to time, we must understand the problems, if any, and try to really remove those obstacles. My dear sisters and brothers, special economic zones contribute about 28% of India's export basket. SEZs, along with export-oriented units, contribute about 1/3 of the country's exports. I am told that 268 SEZs are functional across the country with 5,604 units operating in different sectors. Indeed, they form an ideal platform for promoting Make in India, local going to global, and ease of doing business. I am happy to note that SEZs have been in the forefront of achieving the export target of $400 billion for the last financial year, 2021-22. We all know Tamil Naidu has a highly developed industrial manufacturing ecosystem. It has evolved into the largest hub for the production of automobiles and auto components, textiles, leather and products, light and heavy engineering, pumps and motors, electronic software and hardware. These Tamil Nadu people are very intelligent, very hard-working, and the government also, successive governments, they were really assisting. And the present government led by Mr. M.K. Stalin, he also want to see that the growth is accelerated and taking steps in that direction. The state of Tamil Nadu continues to be a national leader in exports of automobiles and automotive components, leather products, software, and ready-made garments. With a strong infrastructure and good connectivity comprising 4 international airports, 3 large seaports, and several minor seaports, Tamil Nadu has become the 3rd largest exporting state of the country. I am sure the Chennai-Bangalore Industrial Corridor project and the Chennai-Kanyakumari Industrial Corridor project, when completed, will further transform the economic landscape of the state and give a huge thrust to export. My dear sisters and brothers, I am also pleased to note that MEPZ Special Economic Zone has been pioneering industrial growth, promoting exports, investments, and providing employment. I am happy to know that Mepz and SEZ has recorded an export growth of 14% in the year 2021-22, with an export of 1,32,803 crore, despite the problem caused by the pandemic. It's a really great achievement. As you are all aware, India is a young nation. 65% of our population is below 35 years. 50% of our population is below 25 years. There is no dearth. Every ordinary citizen has some talent or other. What is required is to recognize the talent, upgrade the skill. Government of India led by Narendra Bhai Modi and also state governments, various state governments, they are all taking up skill development in a big way. Similarly, the industry also, of course, in certain areas they have already come forward. They must come forward and have skill development in each one of their sectors. That will be really useful. There has to be a special drive to provide employment to our youth and equip them with the necessary skills. Unless this is done, our demographic advantage might turn to a major disadvantage. This has to be taken note. In this context, it is heartening to know that about 5 lakh people have been employed directly by the SEZs and EOUs in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry so far, in addition to the lakhs of indirect employment generated by them. I am sure the Union government and the Tamil Nadu government will address various challenges being faced by the exporters, such as the shortage of containers at ports, congestion in accessing ports, and low availability of warehousing and cold storage facilities. These are the areas which need focus. On their part, the traders must get well acquainted with the issues relating to the trademarks, patents, certification, quality compliances, and phytosanitary restrictions of export markets. I am confident that we will tide over the challenges and increase our exports to foreign shores. I once again congratulate all the award winners. We are an ancient nation. Times immemorial, we used to have trade with a lot of countries. We used to export also. And India was known as Viswaguru once upon a time. Students from overseas, they used to come and study here. Because unfortunately, because of the colonial rule, foreign invasion, they came here, they rooted us, they cheated us, and also they have introduced an educational system where we lost our conscience and confidence. Now it is time we go back to our roots, revitalize the growth, and I am happy that their new education policy is a right step in right direction, and then one has to understand the spirit of it. We must reorient our priorities. We must make our youngsters feel encouraged to come to trade, learn as many skills as possible, and then try to excel. See, our youngsters, whoever is going abroad, they are excelling there. And we are happy that many of our people, including people from Tamil Nadu, who are all there in so-called developed countries, they are all leading the international organizations. That speaks of the skills that are there. So what we need, as I told you earlier, is to recognize their talent and encourage it. This is what is required. My dear friends, I'm happy once again that I've been able to come here to this program. It's a constructive program. What we require is constructiveness in every field, constructive, not obstructive or destructive or restrictive. We need competition. We need cooperation. We need encouragement from all sides, because this is the story of the growth of India, in which all the stakeholders, not only government, all of us must perform our responsibilities and our duties. If everybody works hard and everybody follows discipline, we will be able to once again become a strong, stable nation. That should be our goal. Thank you very much. Once again, congratulations to all of you. And my greetings to all of you for this financial year. Hope it will bring greater peace, prosperity, progress for the country as a whole. Peace is the prerequisite for progress. If you have tension in the society, tension in the country, tension in your mind, then you will not be able to pay attention and have the retention of that growth momentum. So let us all work together to have a strong, stable system and a peaceful atmosphere so that we can all move together. Thank you very much. Nandri, Vanakkam.